So this is organic chemistry, pop quiz 18. And the first question, which pollutant cannot form when alkane fuels are burned in car engines? So which of them are not produced? So sulfur dioxide, the trace of a sulfur is there in a fuel that will result in a formation of a sulfur dioxide. Carbon particulates can also be produced because it contain a high percentage of a carbon. Carbon monoxide, due to incomplete combustion, it produces carbon monoxide. But which of them is not there? That is hydrogen chloride gas that cannot be produced by combustion of the fossil fuel. How many structural isomers have the formula C3H6Cl2? Means how many different structures can be drawn for this C3H6Cl2? So for this, you have to draw the structures. Example, we have 3 carbon atoms. And first, what we did, we put chlorine with the first one. And remaining will be hydrogen. This is a first structure. Then we have again 3 carbon atoms. It cannot be branched because 3 carbon atoms cannot be branched with a chain. So now we have a chlorine. So what might happen? Chlorine might attach to the first and chlorine might attach to the second. Like one first and the second carbon have a chlorine. This is a second isomer. To draw the third isomer, again we draw the carbon chain and the chlorine attached to the first and the chlorine attached to the last, or you can also say third. So this is the third isomer. Then what about the fourth isomer? If both of them are attached to the second, like both chlorine atoms are attached to the second carbon, so they all have different structures. Now there is no other possibility because if I try to attach to chlorine on the right hand side, that will be the first carbon. So these are the 4 possible structures for C3H6Cl2. That's why C will be the right answer. Moving on to the next question. Question 3. A single molecule of a decane is cracked. Which of these mixtures could not be formed? First, the formula for a decane is C10H22. So we want the sum to be, so if we have a pentene means C5H10 and pentane means C5H12. So pentane and pentene, the total sum will be 10 and 22. So it is possible. Ethene means C2H4. Butene means C4H8. And butane means C4NH10. We want to check whether a sum is C10 and H22. So 2 plus 4 plus 4, 10 carbon. And 4 plus 8, 12 plus 10, 22 hydrogen. So that's right. Propene, C3H6, propane, C3H8, and butene, C4H8. So 3, 3, 6, 10, and hydrogen 6 plus 8 plus 6, 14, and 14 plus 8, 22. So this also makes hexene. So hexene is C6H12 and propane C3H8. So the total sum itself is like 6 plus 3 makes 9 and 12 plus 8 makes 20. So it does not make 10 carbon and 22 hydrogen. That's why D is not the possible, which of the mixture could not be formed. That's why D is the right answer. In question 4, part A, ethane react with bromine in the presence of the ultraviolet radiation. What is the equation for the reaction? So here they're asking the overall equation for the reaction. So what is the overall equation for reaction? Alkenes, like the idea is that whenever alkenes are there, the reactions of alkenes are addition, but reactions of alkanes are substitution. So if we have ethane C6 C3H6 and it reacted with Br2, so one bromine will take position of hydrogen and one hydrogen take position of bromine. So this will become C3H5Br plus HBr. That's the overall equation. So that match with option B. The ultraviolet radiation is needed for, why we need an ultraviolet radiation? Because what we want to initiate the reaction, and how this reaction can be initiated by producing the free radical of halogen. And how free radicals of halogens are produced by the UV light cause a homolytic bond breaking of the halogen. So homolytic means like it produces a free radical. So A should be the right answer for this. So this was a pop quiz related to organic chemistry.